Hello and welcome, my name is Lynx, and we get to Chapter 7, 7 Deadly Sins of Spirit Sisters. That's correct. I think we are slowly approaching the end. Maybe. Unless there is more. Because I assume we'll have to battle the lame ass priest or whatever. But what afterwards, right? Anywho.
I can't believe that Jericho trapped us in the spirit temple. What could he possibly be trying to accomplish? Now that I think about it, this has happened before.
Wendy thinks out loud, making Big jolt her head over to the taller one.
Really? When? How?
Hibiki ecstatically interjects, thinking Wendy must have a much more explicit history with the spirit realm than she previously inquired.
In Kamen Rider Black! Kamen Rider Black! Yeah! Kotaro Minami, otherwise known as Kamen Rider Black, was in a heated battle with his arch-nemesis Shadow Moon. During their battle, he trapped Kotaro's battle hopper in the spirit world, forcing him to find a way to break it out. This must be like that time, except we're the ones trapped.
I don't even know if Kamen Rider Black is actually a thing. I know Kamen Rider is a thing. But is the one she mentioned a thing? It is! Interesting. It's 8th season or whatever. Created in 1987. How many Kamen Riders are there? I know there is a manga. The sitcom started in 1971. Whoa. And how many are there? How many seasons? Dude, you know how shitty AI is. Once again, there is no single number for the seasons of Kamen Rider. I'm sure there is a number for that. Jesus Christ. Kamen Rider series, 1971-2025. Oh, would you look at that? There is a list of every season and movie, I assume. That's what I wanted to know. Seems like the number is 42, with Kamen Rider Zests being the current thing. Why is that shitty AI still switched on? Dude, I freaking think I turned it off and it's still there. Jesus. I hate Google, man.
Right!
She says out loud, concluding that there are just some things she'll never be able to understand about Wendy. After a moment of thinking, Wendy believes it might be best for them to get help from Seth since they're already down here. Turning over to the Silverite nun, she decides to go over her plan.
Alright, I think you should go down to the main temple and get my friend Seth. While you do that, I'll go and find this loser. Whatever his name was. Whatever he's up to down here, it can be good.
Hibiki, hearing this, explodes in a fit of fear like a helpless child.
What? I don't want to be separated here. What if demons are lurking around? Or what if I get ambushed by a pervert?
In a spirit realm. You do realize normally priests don't end up here, right? Because they are sinners. Anyway, Wendy starts walking away while waving her arm back and forth.
Well, if that happens, then just give them a good whack in the head and you should be good. It always works for me.
As she's walking away, she feels the wave of the petite girl push her forward.
No!
Jesus Christ.
I don't want to be left alone. I need you to protect me!
What an annoyance. She says, dramatically holding on to the blue-haired girl for dear life.
Honestly, what is your problem? You dumb bass.
Wendy says, looking down the silver-haired minx.
I'm sorry, but I'm just really scared. This place is dark and scary and misty and creepy and I don't like it to be alone. I need to towards the yield because despite what you might have said, I know you're the cool heroic type that wouldn't let me be put in any danger, and I... Okay, hush.
Just bonk her in the head so she loses consciousness. That way... we'll be freed.
Listen, you seriously got the wrong impression of me. I'm not doing all of this to put on show for you, so stop all of this nonsense and do as I say. No!
I would honestly knock that person unconscious.
I don't want to go! Hibiki.
Hearing her raise her voice made Hibiki close her mouth shut.
I understand your dilemma, but I really need your help here. Just like back in the desert, you're the only one I can count on. Unfortunately, it's you. Besides, Set is a very powerful god, so I'm sure he'll help you safe. He'll keep you safe. Really? Yeah, really. Now be a good girl for me and go get Set.
Blushing profusely, the sister turns around on her step and walks forward.
Hi!
The girl mutters as she walks down the temple's path.
Okay, I can do this! I'm the only one who can help Onissima! And I got to do it alone! Here! In this dark, creepy, scary... underwater temple! I'm not scared. Totally not scared whatsoever.
As she stands in silence, a small creaking noise can be heard in the distance, elicting a sharp response from the nun. Running aimlessly in the opposite direction, she nervously presses onward in search for Set. Wendy walks through the opposite end of the cavern, being able to pick up on the rock priest's footsteps. Now approaching a hidden lair within the temple, she finds Bertayal standing in a room surrounded by 7 stoned demonic figures. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are the smaller ones also counted? But then it's 9. Whatever.
You're late! Once I awaken these 7 demons of Kataka's power, they'll all be under my control!
Yeah, don't cheat yourself.
With them by my side, I can say it's not only the Vatican, but the entire world. They will all see me as their true god.
Pathetic.
Are you an idiot? If these demons are as powerful as you say they are, then it won't be the same case as with that sand freak.
And he won't be able to control them, let's face it.
You won't be...
Dude, Wendy. We are so alike with thinking.
You won't be able to control them. And all you'll be doing is send the world into disarray. Oh, please, as super demons could never power my will. With this gospel, my reign for them will be absolute. And then I'll finally get the recognition I deserve. He's doing all this just for some false sense of recognition. Talk about being pathetic. In a world with gods and demons, I can understand the feeling of lacking acknowledgement. But even so, he's harmed too many innocent people.
Yeah. Let's chop his head off. Wendy puts on a fighting stance before enveloping herself in surging blue energy.
I'll stop you!
Hibiki is running aimlessly around the temple before finally arriving near the main temple's entrance.
Set! Wait! She was referring to the chaos god of Sandstorm, Set, right? That guy was described as villain in all of the old books and stories. Why would she need his help?
She then turns to a corner and runs into a very creepy looking tall man wearing all black from head to toe.
Slenderman!
How would you know that one? She then immediately runs in the opposite direction until she bumps into the Seal Temple Guardian, landing face first on the ground.
Ow!
Huh? Slenderman.
Oh, another one. Thought this one seems to be a bit more of a klutz.
Says the Temple Spirit Guardian, Set then quietly approaches her. Hello, young lady. Am I to assume that a girl by the name of Wendy sent you here?
Set?
Yes, that's me. May I ask who you are as well? She brushes herself off and looks up, still a bit nervous even though she was taken back by the previously labeled evil god's warming exterior.
My name's Hibiki. Nice to meet you, sir, but something has gone wrong, very wrong. Heretic from our church division is running loose within this temple. We need your help, please, sir.
He begins this by bowing her head in front of the elder.
A heretic? Understand. Then, let's get a move on, shall we?
At this Hibiki's words start to fade.
Really? Thank you, sir.
Seth in particular had a keen sense of smell and used this to track down Wendy's current location. Yeah, let's leave that without comment, maybe. They make their way towards her, finding a previously closed open chamber up ahead. They make their way inside, preparing for the worst, only to find a bloody priest passed out on the ground.
Let's go!
Oh, you found him. Good.
Wendy says nonchalantly. The newly arrived pair arrive to see her with a clenched fist covered in a presumably blood as he lies on the ground beside his red stone. Listen, this guy does not deserve to have his name pronounced properly, by the way, so... They both look with deadpan faces, knowing she did not, in fact, need their help. Seth takes a moment to gaze at the hidden room within the temple and is left in awe.
To think these demons were kept here the whole time.
What is this place? It magically opened up when this douche came here with that book in hand.
I heard that were sealed, but never thought they had sealed them here. These stone pillars are holding the most powerful demons from the underworld. They had gained their power when an evil cult formed a few centuries ago. These cultists were able to conjure up the natural evil born within humanity, known in the Christian dialect as the 7 deadly sins.
It's kinda interesting, right? But it also makes sense. We have gods of Egypt, but also the 7 deadly sins from Christianity. I think the death takes a good turn, kind of like... as humans, we don't know what's out there. It might be everything, so we can as well mix up all the religions in the story. Who said it's not like that, right? But also, who said that maybe nothing is afterwards? Anyway.
Given the sins of physical form, these demons were unlike any others, and sought out to eradicate humanity for the sake of the demon race.
Yeah. The girls looked at the old god in awe as he continued.
100 years ago, they had conjured enough power to successfully destroy the world. That is until they were defeated and sealed here by the 4 heavenly dragon gods.
I don't know I don't know about that. What's that? I think this might be China. With the beliefs. But maybe I'm not correct. Heavenly dragon gods. That's high school DD. Mythology. Oh, it might be somewhere else actually. Or maybe even not. Category Dragon Deities. 13. Okay. 4 Dragon Gods. Oh, there we go. 4 great Digimon. God damn it. Is it about the Dragon Kings of the 4 Seas? Is that? It is the China then. As I kind of thought. Ao Guang, Ao Xin, Ao Shun, Ao Run. Or Ran. Anywho.
Dragon gods?
Yes, 4 in total. The heavenly dragon gods were 4 gods that derived from various mythologies around the world.
Oh. They were the defenders of Mud, the fighting force of humanity that reigned over the earth for close to 300 years. Okay, wait. Dragon gods. Mud. How to get rid of shitty Google AI in search. On your Android device. Dude, I want this turned off on a PC, for fuck's sake. Remove AI from Google search with these 2 easy tricks. Oh. Dude, I don't want to have to type shite. It's annoying. Why do you have to type this? Why can't you just turn it off constantly? It's ridiculous. Maat was the ancient Osirian goddess of balance, justice, and truth, guardian of cosmic order. Okay. See, and I immediately got the result when I freaking gotten rid of the shitty AI. Jesus.
Yeah, I heard of them too.
I haven't. That's the problem.
They were said to be the most powerful group of gods to ever exist, besides the old gods, of course. They defeated countless demons and brought the world into a new age of peace and prosperity. The Japanese god Raiden.
Okay, wait, so it's not the Chinese, okay.
Who conquered the Thunder Dragon that tried to destroy Japan?
Damn.
Undine, the Greek goddess who defeated the evil Hydra that tormented the seas after obtaining the Leviathan spirit. Maui!
I actually know that name.
The Samoan sun god defeated the eel demon Kunalo after fusing with the Welsh dragon.
Oh.
And Din Baefeng, the one that emerged from the remnants of the white dragon Shenlong, proceeded to save all of China from countless natural disasters.
Both taken a bit back by Hibiki's enthusiasm. Look at her face with shock.
Gee, you really know your history. Too bad that you are useless in every other department.
Yes, well, that's about it. They weren't able to come up with a way to destroy them completely.
Interesting.
These demons were a special case, you see, since the cult had a ritual that would allow them to be brought back stronger and smarter. So sealing them here was their only option.
Seth finishes off before gazing back at the statues. Wendy proceeds to drop her guard and looks over at Hibiki.
So, I guess we saved ourselves from this disaster, huh? I know about you, but I'm just about ready to kick the bucket. Oh, really? Why did you come back with me?
No. No. No, please don't.
We have plenty of space in the cathedral, plus...
Why would you want to live in a cathedral? What is wrong with you?
Plus, I'm sure that the kids would love to thank you for everything you've done.
Say no to that, please. Hibiki has a shining gleam in her eyes, almost a begging look, one might say. Please say no to that.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm kind of in a rush to get back home. I've been gone for so long, plus there is someone I've been meaning to reconnect with. And it's not you.
Wendy's eyes look off in the distance as the image of a spiky-haired boy comes in her vision. The mouthpiece is interrupted by a presumably unconscious Michiel, rising back up and throwing his gem over in the girl's direction. Really? Again? Wendy doesn't have proper moment to react to this, but just like before Hibiki is shown to her slow with a bright white light of pure spiritual energy. This sends them gem flying across the room, and the shockwave throws Michiel back against one of the walls. Seth, who was previously disinterested in the situation, is left with what one could call a speechless expression. The 2 small red dots in his eyes have shrunken as he stares at the shining silver girl.
Damn it, I thought he was done for. Hibiki, are you okay?
Wendy says to the previously glowing girl after getting her power under control.
Yes. Oh, wait, what happened?
Hibiki looks down to see Michiel slouched against the wall. After she sees the situation, she turns her head over to Wendy.
Don't tell me you saved me again!
What? No, I didn't. You... Before she has a chance to respond, Hibiki throws herself on top of Wendy, tackling her to the floor. Jesus Christ, what a fucking pain in the ass she is.
Thank you! Modest!
Oh, Jesus, she's so annoying. Can you just chop her head off as well? Hugging and thanking her simultaneously, the girl screams out as she wraps her face in between the girl's cleavage.
Gee, would you cut it out already, you dumbass?
Wendy says as she attempts to pry the little minx off her during the spectacle. Michelle's slow voice can be heard from the residents of the room.
Why is this happening to me?
The pair look over to the immobilized priest in question before he says his final fleeting words.
I did have review. Shit.
The room is silent. Eh? Seti is consumed by a dark red aura. His presence is felt throughout the temple as the spirits start to cover in fear and disappear, decreasing the light within her. Wendy looks at Seth with a face of both curiosity and fear.
Seth, what are you doing?
Forgive me, my pupil, but it seems like our partnership ends here.
Suddenly Seth concentrates his overwhelming power and levitates the crimson ruby over to his hand. Filling it with his innate chaos magic, he proceeds to turn around and aim it directly at the stoned demons.
Seth, no! Are you crazy? If those demons are as powerful as you say, they will wreak havoc with her to undreamt of. They will kill us all.
Seth glances over at Wendy but says nothing, and then he slowly looks over at Hibiki before speaking.
To think you had been born this world once again.
The chaotic mind-bending energy emitting from the pillars forces the girls to step back. Wendy decides to take action, holding out her sword in front of her.
I don't know what came over you, but if you can't stop this, then I'll have to stop you myself.
You think you have the power to stop me? The universe has shown me my path once again. I'll not forsake my destiny a second time.
I've been you during our training matches before I can do it again.
Yes, it's true. A bout with you might prove to be a bit troubling for me. Except there is one thing you miscalculated.
And what's that?
They are awake.
I was holding back.
Immediately after his reveal, his dark energy covers the room. It almost looks as if the world itself has become one with the crimson blood energy. Both Wendy and Hibiki are left in a state of instant trauma, as the blinding redness around them starts to take an incomprehensible form. Bones and skeletons surround them, crimson flowers start to bloom as they are surrounded in a space of eeriness and lawless mayhem. Dead bastard. The very ground beneath them starts to melt away, forcing the two girls to jump into the gravity-defying space for their own safety. The priest who had remained unconscious below can be seen deteriorating from the red mood-like goop that's raised from the floor. He can be heard screaming in pain as his body submerges into the endless darkness, and his eyes fall into his skull, his skin burning and melting away. Watching the event flow in horror, the pair of girls hold on to each other, as they float in the disorientating setting. This is the power of chaos. The white and log-shaped skeleton that Seth had worn for a face has now grown to the size of a small building, as it gets closer and closer, attempting to consume the two girls that were still too abstract to react to the situation. Within the space of evil, the pillars begin crumbling and being unsealed. 7 demonic lights emerge from them as they all shoot out into various locations, presumably taken from around their world. Before the girls could do anything, the 7 deadly sins have already been awakened. Oh boy. As the white-haired maiden holds onto the older woman for dear life in fear of being consumed by the giant horse-like face, the chaotic setting immediately pushes her and the blue-haired warrior out of this otherworldly dimension. Their punishment from that space didn't exclude just the chaotic world, but outside even the spirit temple. They both flee, then lean back safely in the desert's ruins, and from the outside of the ruins, John can see 7 beams of light swarm up and shoot up to the sky, scattering in different locations. You know what? I take back what I said. We definitely do not approach the end of the game. Hibiki picks herself up from the ground, now able to recover from the impact of chaos. They're left with the retribution for what had just transpired.
Ah, what the hell was that? So scary!
Wendy stays silent upon her return, presumably still in shock.
Damn it! I knew we shouldn't have trusted the evil god. He went ahead and listed all the sins.
Wendy's looking down the ground, her hair covering her eyes as she hits the floor below her.
Damn him. Even after I gave him the benefit of the doubt, this is all my fault.
She then stands up with a look of determination.
I have to go back.
She started getting ready to retreat back to the spirit world, motivated to give the old god a piece of her mind, when suddenly the fatigue, weariness, and exhaustion finally caught up to her. Not just from her confrontation with Seth, but everything that has happened to her thus far had finally caught up to her. Not being able to utter another word, she passes out onto the pavement. Hibiki is surprised by the sudden action, runs over to the unconscious girl.
Hey, Wendy! Oh no! Wendy, you need some more, okay? Wake up, please wake up!
As Wendy's vision starts to fade, she can almost make out the image of distress Hibiki yelling down at her.
Seriously. Stop calling me that, you punk.
Wendy thinks herself before falling unconscious. The looming consequences of their failure start to linger in her mind, haunting the poor young girl of the threats yet to come. And that will be in chapter 8 or 9 or 10 or later. But we end it here, and we'll continue tomorrow. I wonder how many chapters there are to this game. I have no idea actually how many there might be. And I kinda would like to know. I kinda would like to know. I tried to look through the comments and there is no info on that. There is also no info of that in the description of the game. So, who knows? By the way, we'll at least know how many episodes there will be, kind of. No clue. Well, Seth definitely decided to trick us over here, and that definitely is not good. I was also like Wendy, wanted to believe this guy a little bit. And here we go. In the end, you can't trust any god, let's face it. Maybe a hot lady, that would be a different case, but other than that, you can't trust any of the gods. With that being said, let's end the episode, and we will continue tomorrow. As always, hope you enjoyed, and I wish you a fantastic day. Bye bye.